The coronavirus has ravaged the world, causing deaths across 150 plus countries. The UK is no exception. But what if the response to this virus has become worse than the disease itself? What if the government have become so determined to save lives and protect the NHS that in its mission it has destroyed the very idea Western civilization was founded upon? In this video, I'll look at how lockdown has begun the end of individualism in the West as we know it. The end of individualism is marked by two factors. The first factor, government's approach to lockdown. The second factor, the government becoming a nanny state which seeks to regulate our lives and consequently take away our liberties and freedom which our soldiers fought so hard for. To look at these factors, let's first talk about the media's coverage of this new collective ideology of lockdowns. There has been very little scrutiny from the media, and indeed the opposition benches in the UK. The media have routinely shouted down any opposing view on this matter. For example, just take Piers Morgan. He has called anti-lockdown views as conspiracy theory bullshit and called them COVIDiots for simply having a debate about this issue. There is not the science like Piers suggests. Science has not one answer, but many differing viewpoints, which scientists then have to evaluate to come to a conclusion. So where does this lead us? Well, let's take a further look into the first factor. Here on your screens in a minute is a debate between Piers Morgan and Peter Hitchens on Good Morning Britain, where Piers shouts down Hitchens, unsurprisingly. Take a look.
Cool, Peter, you don't agree, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you think the lockdown is overdone, it's reacting to hysteria.
The great panic, I think.
It's unnecessary. Is that your position on this?
I think the word I'd mainly use is disproportionate. In recent year, this is the 2014-2015 season, 28,330 people died of influenza in England alone. This is not unprecedented as a winter crisis in the National Health Service, nor are the seasons.
If you're drawing any, honestly, Peter Hitchens, listen, if you're drawing any parallel between this coronavirus and regular flu,
yes,
then I'm afraid you're talking complete nonsense.
Why?
We know that it is. Well, let me go to the experts. Don't hear it from me. Let's go to Gabriel Scally, who used to be one of the people in charge of public health in this country. Gabriel Scally, you've heard.
As you can see, Peter Hitchens makes a good argument with reason, logic and facts, whereas Piers gets all emotional and calls it nonsense. In my opinion, Piers has a duty to the public to allow Hitchens to present his view without it being called nonsense. We have seen this media attack on the individual voices of the anti-lockdowners repeatedly. Just take a look at any trending tweets with the corona label to it. You will find a toxic and volatile debate. Now, how will individualism end in the UK and indeed the United States? Well, all we have to do is look at how this government of these two countries have acted. While they have been ignoring the alternative scientific views, the government in the UK have insisted that their way of controlling the virus, whatever that means, is the right way forward. But is it? The state have demonstrated that they are willing to regulate people's lives at the expense of individualism for a virus that has been disproportionately reacted to. The state's collective idea that we are all in this together and you'll kill others if you don't follow our rules is why individualism will end. Power changes people and distorts vision. It is easier to press on ahead with an authoritarian state than it is to reverse back into a freedom-loving country. The divisions over this debate is reminiscent of the Brexit discussion, and it highlights deep divides within our society. Only now have people started to wake up to the totalitarianism that we are seeing from this so-called conservative government and the grip they have on our lives. Ever wondered what a dictatorship looks like just before it strikes? Hate to break it to you, but look around, you're in one. The collectivism of the lockdowns and this alleged community spirit is what will kill individualism, which has for so long served so many so well. We will miss it once it is gone, and only realise then what a grave mistake we have made. Is it down to complacency? I doubt it. Is it down to Marxists hiding in the shadows? Plausible, but yet again I doubt it. Is it down to the combination of incompetence and a power-hungry politician? Possibly. Why has Western society arrived at this perilous point? I don't know. That's for you to decide.